What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Keep It Coola podcast. My name is Jacqueline, and I am here to recap Game 2 of the ALDS Blue Jays versus Yankees. If you guys watched my last episode, which was the Game 1 recap, I talked about how I was at the game. It was electric. We saw some unreal stuff, amazing moments. Great game from Vladdy and Kirky and Varsho and so many other guys, Jimenez. Like, there's so many stars of Game 1 and so many moments of Game 1 that obviously I talked about. So go ahead and watch that first or after this, whatever you want. But now it's time to talk about Game 2. I also wanted to show that I brought my rally towel that I got from Game 1 for the pod. Want it all. These are pretty sick, and you'll know if you're going to the ballpark at all for the playoffs that you will be getting one of these. These are awesome. Obviously, throughout the game, you're rallying it around, you're swinging it around. It's amazing. It's chaos. It's awesome. Anyways, wanted to have that here with me to show you guys. Also got this cool Blue Jays baseball. I just kind of liked it. I like to have a bit of a fidget, and you can kind of fidget with it a little bit. And also, I just really liked it, so I had to get that. And I also got a little Blue Jays banner, which I'm gonna have to put somewhere. Anyways, now let's talk about Game 2. I did not go to the game. A lot of people are telling me I have to because of my record, because I've been to 9 games this year, and they won all nine games, including Game 1. But watched it from home. Oh my goodness. It's really hard to top that Game 1, but this may have done it. I'm really happy I went to Game 1, though. It's been on my bucket list to go to Game 1 of the ALDS, so I needed to do that, and I happily watched on the couch with my family yesterday. How do we describe, how do I start off this episode? I'm wearing my Vladdy Canada jersey right now. Love this jersey. We'll talk about Vladdy very soon. But I think we need to talk about Trey Yesavage. Trey Yesavage, a couple weeks ago, was unlikely to be seen with this roster, with the Toronto Blue Jays at all this year. Julia Kreutz and I talked about that a couple weeks back, about a month ago, I would say, where we talked about how if Yesavage is seen with this team, then it would be likely as a reliever but we still said, and she said, that it was very unlikely to see him with this team this year. Things changed. Obviously, he was called up when the Jays were playing Tampa to be a starter, which shocked everyone. And what we saw there was spectacular. We were all very excited. He played amazing baseball, and he's just been doing it since. Been playing amazing stuff throughout. And yesterday was his 4th career MLB start. Obviously, his first postseason start. And you couldn't ask for a better performance by anyone. Yesavage ended his day over 5 innings pitched, 0 hits, and 11 strikeouts. That was a historic performance, a performance that I believe will be remembered forever. He broke a bunch of records and franchise records. And I couldn't be happier to have this guy on our team. I truly could not. He was pulled early in the 6th inning. People had their thoughts about it. Why are you doing that? The Jays were up 12-0 at this point. Okay, I know that score got a little tighter after, but I'm going to talk about that soon. Jays are up 12-0 at this point. And if you need Yesavage again, because you never know, you don't want him throwing 100 pitches in a game and then throw him in a couple days later. You don't do that. You don't do that to pitchers. So what John Schneider did was the right move, was take out your stud in a 12-0 game, keep him rested, also let him have his moment, and then if we need him again in the next couple of days, then we can use him. That was the right move. Yesavage, when I was watching this game, I had no words. There was moments where he just struck out, Aaron Judge, and he just struck out everyone, and he made some amazing plays, and he was so confident. There was one moment, cannot remember who it was, but one of the players asked for time. And instead of Yesavage, let's call a new pitch, whatever, he stayed in that position with his glove over his mouth, ready to pitch. He is so cool, that guy. Trey Yesavage is so damn cool. And he was so confident. And he said before the game before game 1, actually, he said that he was built for this. And that's a big thing to say going into just your 4th career start in the MLB. And clearly he lived up to that statement because he is built for this. We saw it. We saw it yesterday. Every Jays fan, every person who loves baseball saw it. Even if you don't love baseball, if you're on social media, you saw it. You saw the confidence that this 22-year-old kid has, and he lived up to the expectations that he put on himself. Unbelievable stuff. I'm going to get to the post-game stuff as well, but first we got to talk about Vladimir Guerrero Jr. My man, rocking the Vladdy jersey, Canada Day jersey right now. There's been a lot of concerns about him this year, but I never felt nervous about him going into the postseason. Sam McKee talks about that. We talked about Vladdy 2 episodes ago, so go check that out as well. We did a little bit of pre-ALDS conversations, little topics, predictions, expectations, and we both agreed that we believe Vladdy will look like a star. We believe that he will play like the $500 million man that he is, because if he doesn't, that $500 million contract is going to look real ugly. The way Vladdy has played in the past 2 games shows that he deserves that money, and that we get to watch him now for the next 14 years too. Vladdy had a great game 1, and I talked about that in my podcast. But game 2? His game 2, man, was, I don't know how you put it, perfect, spectacular. What the Yankees are expecting from Aaron Judge, and they haven't had that from him at all. We're seeing that from our star, our franchise player, our guy who's going to be here for several more years until he's 40 years old is when the contract expires. Yesterday, Vladdy, I'm going to get his proper stats. He went 3 for 5, including a sacrifice fly, by the way. 4 RBIs. But the big moment of that game yesterday was Vladimir Guerrero Jr., bases loaded, hit a grand slam. He hit a freaking grand slam, and you could hear that place was going crazy. We were going crazy, me and my family, screaming, cheering, hugging. We could not believe what we saw. But also, I don't expect anything less from playoff Vladdy. We said playoff Vladdy is here, and he is here to stay. With that grand slam, that was the first grand slam in postseason history for the Toronto Blue Jays, in franchise history. Okay, in franchise history. We've had some big moments, as the older people who watch this podcast know, of the 90s, before I was born. There were big moments with this team. There was that Bautista bat flip, 10 years ago. That moment may be at the top, at least right now, for, just recency bias, I guess. That was unbelievable. That place went crazy. And listen, it's Vladdy, man. And he looked so confident too. He was kind of moving around a little bit. Before that, he looked like he was dancing a little bit, moving his shoulders around. He just looked so calm. And he's looked at in game 1 and game 2. So special stuff. But before Vladdy hit that great grand slam, the Yankees pulled their ace starting pitcher, Max Fried. Max Fried, has had a fantastic record this year. He's a great pitcher, but he had to get out of the game early, because before that Vladdy grand slam, Max Fried, Yankees ace, allowed 8 hits for 7 runs. Okay, this is Max Fried we're talking about. Okay, he's one of the top pitchers in all of MLB. He allowed 8 hits and 7 runs, 3 innings pitched. What can you say about that, man? What can you say? We saw everyone come alive in this game once again for the Blue Jays, other than our bullpen, which I will talk about soon. Schneider, he had a big hit and a run. Herky contributed. Varsho is the unsung hero. No one is talking about Varsho after yesterday, but Varsho went 4 for 5, 2 doubles, and 2 home runs. Varsho was allergic to hitting singles. Sorry, the double, though, was kind of a triple because Judge couldn't get the ball. So it ended up being a triple. But yeah, it still counts as a double, I guess. But stunning stuff from Varsho, man. No one's talking about it, but he's a very humble guy. He's fine. Vladdy, I think you can tell he loves the attention. He loves being Toronto's guy, and he's doing it. But amazing stuff from Varsho. Ernie Clement hit a home run yesterday. That was amazing stuff. He also had 3 hits. Ernie Clement, baby. He's doing his stuff. Jimenez, big moment. Straw had a run as well. And George Springer also had his first home run of the postseason. Because game 1, he did not have a good game at all, but we finally got to see him hit a homer in today's game. Yesterday's game. So that was absolutely huge. Now going into, we all got a little bit nervous. So the Jays were up 12-0, right? We take out Yesavage. It was the right thing to do. Standing ovation, obviously. He had a curtain call. Vladdy had a curtain call as well after his grand slam. Amazing stuff. Bullpen did not do a good job at all. The bullpen was not what we saw in game 1. The bullpen in game 1 was fantastic. Was what you want to see. In game 2 was not good. The bullpen in total allowed 10 hits and 7 runs. Okay, the Yankees scored 7 runs after Yesavage left this game. It got stressful. It definitely got stressful in that moment because we were not seeing the stuff that we wanted to see. We saw the stuff in game 1. We didn't see the stuff in game 2, but thankfully the Jays were still able to keep on hitting, and we scored another run later in that game as well. Thankfully the Jays still got it done, but you know what? I'm not angry that the bullpen struggled yesterday. And that's because going into New York, you don't want to be this fully cocky team where everything is going right? Obviously the hitting is going right, and that's amazing, and the pitching was going right. But having issues to work on is a good thing because it keeps everyone humble, okay? It keeps us on our toes seeing that the Yankees could have caught up yesterday, right? They definitely could have caught up. They didn't because we were awesome against them, but they can come back. So the fact that they struggled is okay. The post-game interviews were awesome. First, I want to give a huge shout out to Hazel May, and everyone on social media is talking about this, how right before Trey Yesavage went to have his big post-game interview in front of the crowd, in front of, thousands and thousands and millions of people who are watching on TV as well, Hazel May let Trey Yesavage have his moment. She took a step back and allowed him to have the moment where, everyone standing ovation for him were just clapping and cheering, and he was thanking everyone and really took it in without having to, answer questions right away. That is some awesome stuff, and that's also why Hazel May is a legend, and that's also why every single Toronto Blue Jays fan loves Hazel May. I think that's the one thing that all of, Jays fans can agree on is that Hazel May is the GOAT. She is the greatest of all time. So that was really, really awesome to see. And then Yesavage's speech was amazing. I got emotional. I think a lot of people did because he got emotional talking about his family, and knowing that, he took that all in, seeing his family get emotional as well. It's like, the tears got to come out somehow. I think a lot of people felt that it was beautiful. And not only is he a great pitcher, he seems like a really great guy. He seems like he has a great family, a great head on his shoulders, a great support system. And just the way that he thanked them, and the way that he took it all in, and the way that he thanked Toronto and Canada was really cool to see. It was really, really damn cool to see. And it's really exciting to have that from your rookie pitcher who was drafted just a year ago, and the fact that he's been able to go through single A, double A, triple A, now in the major leagues, now a postseason starter, now is going to go down in history as one of the greatest starts you'll ever see from a rookie pitcher in a playoff game. It was really, really awesome to see. So I definitely want to just give that note. If you didn't watch that, definitely go watch that. It was awesome. Obviously, Vladdy was having the time of his life, knowing that he is playing like the $500 million man. So just awesome stuff. Cannot complain. But now we have game 3 coming up. I'm feeling like, listen, as I said, I'm not nervous. I'm confident in what we can do. But you also have to realize that they're the New York Yankees, with now having the home field advantage of playing in the Bronx. Right? Those fans, we have the best fans in the world. Toronto Blue Jays have the best fans in the world of all sports, or just Toronto in general. Look at what the Raptors did in the playoffs too. It's like, we are real fans. Yankees have real fans too. We're better, but it's going to be a hostile environment for the Blue Jays, no question. We know for a fact that Vladdy is really good at Yankee Stadium. right? So he needs to continue that. But we also know that the Yankees love to hit homers at home as well, right? We know that very well. So the nerves are kicking in a little bit more for this. I'm confident in our team. I'm confident that we can sweep them. When I was filming with Sam McKee, we said, Jays in 5. I said I want it to be 3, but I was being realistic saying Jays in 5. What we saw for the past 2 days is I feel confident saying Jays in 3. It's not going to be easy. I don't think it's going to be a blowout game the way Game 1 and Game 2 were. But I believe that the Jays can get it done. Shane Bieber has been here, right? He has done this. He is confident. He's had a lot of rest. He was our big trade signing that we had this trade deadline. He was brought here to do this exactly. He was brought here to play in a hostile environment, and I have faith that Shane Bieber will be able to get it done and that the boys will continue hitting very, very well. And I'm hoping to see another Vladdy grand slam, but most importantly, a Blue Jays win. All right, that is going to do it on this episode. Game 2 recap. Thank you all for watching. Amazing stuff. Make sure if you're at the game to take home your rally towel, want it all. It's pretty sick too. You got a bunch of the players on it, want it all. I love that slogan. The regular season was lights up, let's go. Postseason, it's want it all in gold. We want it all. We want to be World Series champions. The Blue Jays can truly do it this year. I'm very confident in them. The whole city feels it. And also just the whole city is so excited. You see everyone at the grocery store rocking Blue Jays hats and Blue Jays jerseys and Blue Jays t-shirts. Everyone is loving what they're seeing. And we got to continue going, keep it up, and let's go and beat the New York Yankees in Game 3. And I hope my Game 3 recap will be celebrating and a ticket to the ALCS. Please and thank you. Let's do this thing, Jays. Go, Jays, go. Thank you all for watching. Please, if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Give this episode a like. Comment down below your favorite moment of Game 1 and or Game 2 and your expectations for Game 3. And if you're listening on Spotify, go ahead and give this episode 5 stars and continue listening and watching. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.